Well, to say I didn't see something like this coming would be a lie on my part. Honestly, I expected something like this to happen earlier. With how popular anime has been in recent years, becoming more mainstream, manga has easily bypassed and outsold any graphic novels or comic books we create here in the West. Many animators here in the West that have either created or currently in the process of creating their own stories for studios like Warner Brothers, Disney, Discovery Kids have definitely been influenced by Japanese medium. Whether it be through references through jokes or animation, character designs, or even narratively, anime has definitely left a cultural impact on the way we tell our stories. So when I saw the story that two powerhouses are coming together to make a whole new studio in hopes of making even more anime, you can bet your sweet bippy I was going to talk about this. But before I get into the topic of today's discussion, I would like to always ask you guys to make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know how you did the video, let me think if the information was good, if you like these type of stories that I'm talking about, things you want to change, give a little feedback, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get new updates on my videos and my content when I'll be posting, things like that. It's always great to see you guys subscribe and see my numbers go up because it lets me know that people are actually interested in what I'm doing. But anyways, getting back to the video, it was announced on March 18th that the streaming service Crunchyroll and Aniplex, a Japanese entertainment company that produces and distributes some of your favorite mangas and animes like Solo Leveling, Booty the Rock, Demon Slayer, and Blue Exorcist, had put together their resources, workforce, and so on in a joint venture in producing and developing new anime content in their new company called Hayata Inc. As seen in this article here written on MSN, Aniplex Crunchyroll established anime production joint venture Hayata. Aniplex Inc. and Crunchyroll are jointly investing in and establishing anime production joint venture, Hayata, which will involve developing, producing anime content for Crunchyroll's global streaming service. As I said in the beginning of the video, this makes sense to me that a pseudo-merger of the companies would be happening since both are underneath Sony Entertainment. And Sony has been making moves in recent years to become a one-stop shopping center for all your anime and manga needs. Sony bought Crunchyroll back in 2021 after acquiring Funimation in 2017. Because of that, Sony also acquired Aniplex as a subsidiary. We can also look at more recent time, where Sony has actually now acquired 10% of Katakura, a company that is well known in the anime community as making some of people's favorite animes, with beautiful style of animations and great story. And even though Sony has only acquired 10% of the actual company, Katakura would have actually preferred if Sony would have purchased them outright. That's a story for another day, but basically, even though Katakura wanted them to purchase out and Sony decided not to, many people still speculate that Sony will eventually acquire the entirety of Katakura. Which, if they did, that means they would also acquire that of From Software. From Software, as you know, is a very large game company. They have made most notably that of the Soul series. Fuck, if we just look at Elden Ring alone, that game brought in over $1 billion.
Damn, guy! That's a fuck ton!
So one of the questions that were asked when I was first researching this is, how did this brainchild get made? How was everything planned out? And some people speculate is that it is a tribute to the collaboration between the companies that have done Solo Leveling, specifically how A&1 projects and Aniplex work together on the series, and of course it's streamed on Crunchyroll. Solo Leveling became the #1 rated show on Crunchyroll, overtaking that of One Piece, a frequently beloved and talked about series. Now, this isn't supposed to be a shot at One Piece, but I can honestly believe that would have happened eventually with a series like Solo Leveling, because while One Piece has a very large fan base and people love Oda's work, One Piece has over 1,000 episodes to its name, so it's really hard for new viewers to get into watching it, especially any new potential viewers who would be turned off by the animation or by the sheer number of episodes that there are. You have to remember, like, if you're starting One Piece from the beginning, you have to dedicate a lot of time to try to catch up where they are in the series. And let's be frank here, Toei is notorious for adding so much extra filler to episodes of One Piece. Hell, I've said this before, but there is literally an episode of One Piece where all it is Luffy riding up a character named Pika's arm for an entire episode on a bull. This specific scene lasted like, I think, a couple of pages in the manga, but in the anime it lasted a whole like 2 episodes for him to run up the arm and then run back down, with barely any transitions going into other things of the story. So yeah, not really surprised that viewers are gonna look at a series like Solo Leveling with its very fast-paced action and gonna be like, yep, that's what I want to see. But to kind of end this short video here, I'm gonna just talk about quickly about Hayata and what can we expect from it. Hayata looks like it's gonna be a company that's gonna mainly focus on making, creating, and distributing anime into streaming, meaning it's going to focus on making anime specifically and exclusively for Crunchyroll, much like that of Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling, you can only watch it in a few other places. You can't see it on Netflix, you can't see it on Hulu, you can't see it on Disney Plus, any of that. All those other companies are now trying to get into the anime game even more. Netflix, High Dive, Hulu, Tubi even, these are all companies that want to try to get anime on their streaming platforms and now have to compete with each other and of course Crunchyroll to get whatever they can on their streaming platforms. Crunchyroll of course is just like anyone else, but Sony wants to make sure that you come and watch their stuff. So having a production company that's specifically made to only make exclusive content for them, well, that's going to want people desiring it so much more, so they will stay and watch, especially if they continue pushing out products like Solo Leveling. I'm not saying that's going to happen, because let's face it, there's a lot of bad manga, bad anime, and bad manhwas out there. Even if it's not a bad story, it could be a bad adaptation. One of the best examples of this is Viral Hit. Even though I love that manhwa, the anime failed to get people in the seats, much like they would be for something like Solo Leveling. The anime was very underwhelming, but maybe you can get actually a pretty decent anime, one with good animation and pretty decent characters, but not a lot of like interesting story. Something like Windbreakers. Who knows? Like I've always stated, it's in its execution. And only time really can tell whether or not this is going to be a worthwhile adventure or something else that we're going to be laughing at, much like Crunchy itself. One can only hope that this company will not be like Crunchyroll itself, where there's controversy after controversy after controversy with the actual staff, management, employees, you know, all then some, like poor bad voice acting for the dubs, misspelling in their actual translations, localizers being annoying shitbags and just changing things within the actual scripts because they feel like they know better. By this point, we're actually wondering, does Crunchyroll need to actually be added into this? Or can Aniplex and A1 Projects just do the entire thing themselves? Ah well, let's just wait to see what happens. For now, I'm going to end the video there. It's not really a long one, I just want to kind of go over the information that was presented and throw a couple of jabs at Crunchyroll because they suck. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to what I have to say. Hope you guys are excited for more content coming on the way. Got some big projects I'm working on right now. I just need more time to work through the kinks and redraft the scripts for them. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please comment down below, drop a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. Hope you guys have a wonderful morning, have a beautiful afternoon, a wonderful evening, and a blessed night. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.